to Stratazine, your source for authentic, curated content for digital and social media professionals.
On today's episode, we'll be talking about how to find your niche in social media and creating content for your target audience.
We will guide beginners as they start making content and finding what resonates with their audience. We will discuss the importance of defining your audience and creating a voice online.
First, to our question of the day. Who were the top 3 most influential people on Instagram in 2024?
We'll share the answer to the question of the day later in this podcast.
First, I spoke with some students on the BYU Idaho campus about who their favorite 2024 Instagram influencer was, what they liked about their content, and if they were an influencer on social media, what kind of content would they create? Listen to what they had to say. I'm Jared Austin with Stratazine, and today I'm at the BYU Idaho Crossroads. And I'm asking students, if you were an influencer, what kind of content would you create? And I'm here with
Sarah.
And tell me your name.
I'm Corbin Stafford.
Cole. Sarah, who are like some popular influencers that you follow on social media right now?
Probably like Billie Eilish, Matt Rife, those kinds of people.
Who are some influencers that you follow on social media pretty actively?
Profiles that I look at a lot are like Tyler the Creator, Travis Scott, Livy Dunn.
What's one of your favorite influencers on social media?
To be honest, I couldn't name a single one, but like I know what their faces are. So like whenever they like see something funny on social media, they'll like screen record it and then they'll just react to it with their own recording of themselves, and that's it.
So what's kind of some of the trends that she's done that you really enjoyed?
I don't know. I just love her music. So it's and like she put out her makeup routine and stuff. But I'm just there for the music. Yeah.
Okay. If you were a social media influencer, what kind of would you make content like that?
Yeah, like anything brain dead will definitely attract a lot of people to watch it.
If you were a content creator, Corbin, what would be some of the content that you would create?
Well, I'd probably make probably like a day in the life or kind of how-to videos, you know.
Okay. So, Sarah, if you were going to be an influencer, if you were going to create content, what kind of content would you create?
I'd probably do my own thing. I'd probably do kind of like a day in the life kind of thing. More like showing what my job is like and just kind of that kind of stuff.
These students have some really good ideas for content. It sounds like they would really know what their followers would want to see if they were influencers. Reporting for Stratazine, I'm Jared Austin.
Finding your niche is important when wanting to build your following and creating content. It takes trial and error to find the perfect format and style to engage with your audience.
To break this down, Bella researched some strategies for finding your niche while identifying your target audience and staying consistent with your content posting.
Hi everyone, I'm Bella with Stratazine's Focus of the Day. Finding your niche is one of the most important steps in content creation. It helps you stand out and connect with your audience. Research is key. Use tools like Google Trends or Answer the Public to see what topics people are searching for. Understanding trends will help you create content that is relevant and engaging. Think about your passions and skills. What topics could you talk about for hours? That's a great starting point for your niche. Your niche should be a balance of what you love, what you're good at, and what people are looking for. This sweet spot is where you'll find the most success. Look at successful creators who have carved out their space. Study how they have engaged their audience and how they stay consistent. Once you have found your niche, start testing your content. Experiment with different formats, styles, and topics to see what resonates with your audience. Engagement tells you what's working. Pay attention to feedback, track your analytics, and refine your content strategy accordingly. Consistency is key. Building an audience takes time, so develop a posting schedule that keeps you on track. Stay patient and persistent. Success doesn't happen overnight, but with the right niche and strategy, you'll build a strong, engaged audience. There you go. Finding a niche is a mix of passion, research, and adaptability. Stick with it, and you'll create content that truly connects.
Now that we've covered the importance of building content around a niche, let's hear from someone who turned their hobbies and passions into engaging and realistic content.
I recently spoke with Jenny Allen. She is a marketing director for a financial firm in Ohio and Michigan. Outside of her professional role, she is passionate about off-roading. When the pandemic hit, she began creating content around Jeeps and off-roading, which led her to building a community and following on TikTok. Welcome to Stratazine. My name is Amelia McClay, and today I'm excited to be joined by Jenny Allen. Thank you so much for being here today. Would you mind sharing a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, Amelia, for inviting me to this podcast. My name is Jenny Allen, and I live in the Toledo area of Ohio. And I'm a wife and mother of 3. I am a marketing director by trade for a financial firm that has 3 office locations throughout Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. And my hobbies include off-road. I'm on my way to off-road right now. We have our Jeeps. We're heading to Tennessee. And social media is what I love to do as well.
Perfect. Okay, so what inspired you to start creating content on social media? And then while posting, how did you discover your niche?
Okay, so what inspired me was way back when COVID was a thing. My teenage children were involved in this thing called TikTok. And I was really concerned as to what they were doing on TikTok and what it was, et cetera, et cetera. But then I started creating my own content, and my niche are people who are my age, my demographic. A lot of my algorithm are people who are professionals, are people who enjoy music and cooking and off-roading as well. And so that's the kind of content I create today.
Perfect. Okay, and then what role did audience feedback play in shaping your niche on TikTok?
So what's unique about TikTok or even other social media outlets like Instagram or even Facebook is when the likes come in, that tells you you're going in the right direction, and reading feedback or the comments that people make helps me decide if the content that I'm creating for myself is being viewed positively by others. So that helps me determine where I create or what I do for my posts. So from the beginning in 2020, when I got onto TikTok, that's my biggest outlet. It was silly stuff, but now that I've been in it a lot longer, 5 years going, I have learned to create content for me and not really care about what other people are thinking. That's really what matters, is not really caring. But it is nice to see that feedback coming through comments, the nice comments and the thumbs up. That really is a motivator.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then how do you stay authentic while creating content? Do you have a balance between strategy, or do you just do whatever?
A balance between strategy. Yes, there is a strategy. I do not post things that would be detrimental to my children or my faith or my belief system. My mode of operation is to always be positive, and there's not enough positivity in this world, and that's what I like to do. So my content is generally silly dad jokes or off-roading snippets, things that no one would ever be ashamed to be caught watching.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, so how important do you think it is to have a niche when posting on some social media in today's world?
If anyone who is just starting out, social media does run their algorithms in the background. So whatever it is that you are viewing as you're doom scrolling or whatever it is that it's called, then your content is going to be shown to those people that you spend time watching. Does that make sense? So if you want your content to get out there, then you should be viewing the similar content from other creators as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then do you think having a niche when posting helps build a community online? Like it's more about connection than just posting content.
Yes, I believe a community of off-roaders. I'm on my way to Tennessee to teach other women how to off-road their Jeeps or Broncos or whatever they're bringing. And so I'm followed by a community of fellow female wheelers, and I follow many others. And so it creates an outlet to gain inspiration and help when you need it. So I think filling that niche is important.
Perfect. That was all the questions that I had for you today. So thank you so much for taking the time to join me.
All right, Amelia, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Once you've found your niche, staying consistent with posting is key to maintaining your audience and gaining new followers.
To break this down, Megan looked at some tips and tools to help you stay consistent with posting.
I'm Megan with Strategize Tips and Tools. A great tool to help you stay on track with your strategy to get to know your niche is to use a content calendar. Now, this is a little bit different than just a normal daily schedule. This specifically involves all of your tasks involved with creating the content, researching, working with other people, all those things. Use a calendar to plan as far as in advance as you see fit for what you want to share. I love using Google Calendar because you can make each event as detailed as you want with notes, and you can add collaborators to it if this is a group effort. You can also add widgets onto your phone to quickly open up your app and have it front and center on your screen so you can remember to look at your tasks. If I want to put all my ideas out there on my calendar, I'd probably spend some time as well to just sit down and think. For example, if I wanted to target a niche that likes to learn foreign languages, I might want to create postings about learning a new word and the definition, or using that word in a real life scenario, or fun facts about the nation that speaks the language. These would all be a number of good tools to use to help target those people that would be interested in that. And I can easily input those in far in advance on my calendar and not forget about it. And being able to plan those steps necessary to have those posts be successful would be much easier rather than doing it just on the fly. The last thing you would not want to do is to not have a schedule or a plan, because this would make things a lot more inconsistent and it'd be harder for the algorithm to prioritize your content over others. And if things are left on the back burner for too long, it can be really easy to forget what you originally had in mind. So, give these tips and tools a spin.
Back to the question of the day, who were the top 3 most popular Instagram influencers in 2024?
The answer is Cristiano Ronaldo, who had 733 million followers, Selena Gomez, who had 554 million, and Mr. Beast with around 500 million subscribers.
That's all for this episode of Stratazine. Coming up in our next episode, we will talk about building a brand persona.
Thanks for joining us today.
Additional resources and links from this episode can be found in the show notes. See you next time.